Starting from my childhood, I grew up in a pretty artistic family. My mother specializes in traditional Chinese painting and calligraphy, so I grew up in an environment very encouraging of the arts and creativity. And then since then it just became my passion, and what I've been doing since I was a child. I kept it up. And it's become something that I can't really imagine doing without. It's a basic need to create for me. My motivations stemmed, I think, from growing up in an environment with a father who's a psychoanalyst, and it being emphasized that the psychological component of making work is really pretty essential to me. So there's a meditative process of working on different projects, but it's essentially a way to work through these existential issues for myself, and then to be able to share that with other people. So I've been spending a lot of time in the darkroom and pursuing a bunch of different projects, mainly dealing with experimental approaches to darkroom methodology. So I've been doing photograms and a bunch of cameraless work, doing this process called the chemogram, which is basically, it can be translated to writing with light, but it's a process that you can approach in many different ways, but essentially it's exposed photographic paper, so I can do it in full light in the darkroom, and I'm painting different resists, varnishes, paint, different materials onto the paper surface, and processing it experimentally in different photochemistry. So it's a hybrid between a photo process and more of a painterly process, which I really enjoy. And I've also been revisiting negatives that I've shot, which are mainly large format negatives, like 4x5 and 8x10, that I would mask or paint on before exposing it to an image. And so there are these very playful images that I then have been printing in the darkroom, and will be drawing and painting and sanding into them. A lot of other processes too, like this old method called cliché vert, which was stemming back from the advent of photography, where you would coat glass with candle smoke and draw into the glass. And the resulting images of contact prints look almost like etchings, or using photo processes, but a very different aesthetic. So I've been doing that, but paring it down to the most basic element of, even without incising an image into the glass, what these black glass plates will look like when blasted with enough light. And then in subsequent stages, I've been bringing the work that I've been doing in the darkroom back to the studio to work on more drawing and painting projects. So working into silver gelatin prints with oils, oil pastels, graphite, ink, and in some cases collage, or reconfiguring the work that I do in the darkroom.